Within iHouse, we are now striving to integrate our student services team and programmatic offerings under the leadership of Jason Patton, our Chief of iHouse Operations. Jason also has the challenge of establishing our new Center for Intercultural Leadership as a special resource for the campus and the community to understand more about how improved communication across cultures can make our lives even more effective than they are now. So I'm pleased to invite Jason Patton to the podium, where he will also offer some comments about iHouse and its impact on all of your lives. So please welcome Jason Patton.
Hans, thank you so much for that very kind introduction. I've just loved my time at iHouse so far. I hope I'm here for a really, really, really long time. I can't get enough of this, the atmosphere and the love and the possibility in the room when all of us get together. I just want to share a few thoughts with you, and in hopes that some of this will resonate with you, about kind of the day-to-day emotional journeys that I go through the Hans made reference to so many of the disturbing things that are happening in our own country and around the world. And each of us processes these things in our own unique ways. And like I say, I hope that maybe some of this resonates with you. My family and I had the opportunity to see the movie Selma, which was referred to, which I highly, highly recommend that you go see. A lot of the reviews are questioning some of the historical accuracy of it, and that's great. It's wonderful to try to be accurate. I'm not a historian and I can't speak to that. Emotionally, it's an incredibly powerful movie, so I recommend that you go see it. We saw it on Martin Luther King Jr.'s birthday holiday with our two daughters, who are aged 11 and 13 and haven't spent that much time living in the United States. It's a difficult movie to watch in a lot of ways. How I found myself feeling at the end of the movie was a combination of uplifted because of the incredible bravery of these people and the actions that they took and the stands that they took in an incredibly difficult time, and also sad and ashamed for how much further we have to go. And it was a really interesting kind of emotional mix. And so I'm always looking for ways to trick myself into being more optimistic. And working at iHouse, I have to work that hard to do it, because I get to walk in those doors every single morning and be in this incredible place. This past week, I spent most of in Winston-Salem, North Carolina, at a conference called, it's not a thrilling name, but it's called the Workshop in Intercultural Skills Enhancement, WISE Conference. But despite that kind of anodyne name, it's a really incredibly inspiring place to be as well, because these are professionals who are all coming together, trying to figure out how can we all work more effectively together. When I tell them about International House, their eyes just get really, really wide. They're like, 600 residents from 70 countries? Are you kidding me? They're just aghast at the richness. And I say that we've been here since 1930 and that around 85,000 people have lived in this house. And people just can't believe it. So there's a new trick, if you find yourself down, that I would like you to try on yourselves. I know that when I think about peace, and I think about human beings dwelling in peace and getting over our differences and ceasing the bloodshed, it can feel incredibly exciting on the one hand, but it can also feel really disempowering, because how are we ever going to get there? And what am I going to have a chance to see in my lifetime and my children in their lifetime? What we don't know and what we can't know is how much more peaceful is the world right now because of iHouse? Might we be in a palpably more violent and destructive world right now if we didn't have iHouse? Not just iHouse Berkeley, but all of the iHouses around the world. So I invite you to think about that. Think about that. What differences has iHouse already made in the aggregate amount of peacefulness in the world? And I think that if you think about it that way, it'll cause your mind to ask some interesting questions of yourselves. So that helps me to take heart. I hope it will help you all to take heart as well. It's just a tremendous honor to be able to, like I said, to walk in those doors every day and to get to know more and more of you residents who are living this life every day. So on that note, I would like to introduce somebody who has given 25 years of her life to International House, and that is the director of our program office, Dr. Liliane Koziol.